To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. McCarthy starting off with a throw. On target to Godwin. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And they bring him down. He managed to get a couple across the 35 to the 36. That was the rookie from Nebraska who got him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Third and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Getting out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 4th and long. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
He connects downfield on 4. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Back to the air, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Lions are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Out of the shotgun. Gone. His first throw is an interception. Along the right sideline, there's space. And it's a touchdown as he brings it in the pick six. Just trying a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Starting from the 5. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Goff trying again here after the pick. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On 1st down, it's Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch. And you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
These little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
4th and forever coming up. They'll go for it. Goff launches one deep downfield. He's got it deep downfield. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So after that big play, Brock, they need just that final yard here on 1st and goal. Gibbs. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too. Off play action, Goff. And the Vikings rush brings him down. And the pressure drives them backwards. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Now gone. Forced out to his right. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Koo able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is if the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shakir in motion right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground.
We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have it on 2nd and short. He'll try left side out of the option. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Judging by how the defenders swarmed to the back, I'd say hanging on to it was the right call by the QB. And he was able to take it himself and maneuver his way forward for the 1st down.
First and 10 from the 41. Now McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Finds a seam down the middle. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings now lead by 10. It's a Chris Godwin touchdown. York tacks on that extra point. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. Now is York to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. A start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. From the gun, Goff. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on fourth down. They're going for this. He finds it beyond the marker. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Oh, I love fourth downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
On first down, it's Gibbs. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, an inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
This is Gibbs on second down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down, just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 41. That's incomplete left side.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Goff. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. points on the ensuing drive. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. You're good on the point after. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. Now he's York to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. He had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
From the 31. On the move, headed right. Laporta with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. They go play action with Goff. St. Brown there to bring it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one hits for 30. And that gives the Lions the 1st. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. The Lions at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Throwing again, it's Goff. He's on the move. Now he takes it. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Rush coming for Goff. Escapes the pocket. Dump off to his fullback. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Gibbs. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, it was bad enough that the previous run went backwards. You've got to have balance in this league. I mean, really do. There's no chance offensively to find sustained success unless you present run and pass to a defense. And right now, this defense is owning your run game.
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So that brings up second down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10, McCarthy. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to the air, McCarthy. That's to the sideline as Shakir snags it. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. McCarthy to throw for it. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Into the secondary past the 40. And finally stopped at the 34. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
That's caught for the 1st. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit. In off to Gibbs from the gun. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Zach Bond with the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Goff setting to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in, coverage-wise, to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And now it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Jones reels it in. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Chased out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Able to find Hawkinson. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see, because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st. Tight end in motion right. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Caught out left. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota! The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again.
Cade York to kick off.
Now is York to kick this one away. No return as this bounces into the end zone. The ball's coming out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Gibbs. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. They'll go right side with Gibbs. And he's going to have this one down to the 43 on a good run. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 43. He fires one deep down the middle. And they pick him off again. Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Vikings get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Has the connection to Hopkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10, here's Jones. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On play action now, McCarthy. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They'll try and take an option left side. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Going the other way, Lions have it. And this will reach the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. The Lions shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions make it an 18-point game.
Lions 10. Riley Patterson, the kickoff for the Lions.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. McCarthy operating from the pistol. He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Defense, relentless on that play. As some of them closed in on that pocket, the others took away the easy throwing lanes, and they really influenced that incomplete pass.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. And he will score. It's a Detroit touchdown. The Lions shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Lions make it an 11-point ball game.
Lions 17. Riley Patterson to kick off for the Lions.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. McCarthy throwing here. Hauled in by Godwin. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings make it a 3-score game in the 4th. York now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 18.
17.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Taking a deep shot here. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit. The Lions get it back to within 2 possessions. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 1. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
They're giving it to Jones on the option. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings push their lead to 18. On now is York to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off play action. Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page.
Massive hit. The ball is out. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. Give them 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Throwing is gone. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Running it with David Montgomery. And he has him a small chunk of yards up to the 42. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Gibbs now from the gun. Escapes a defender. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that 1st down. Well done.
Williams coming in motion right. And he's brought down for a loss.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Here's 2nd and 11. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Goff on 3rd. This is complete to Gibbs. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. Throwing again. It's Goff. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Running behind center with Wright. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Able to find Hawkinson. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
Cade York to kick off.
Now he's York to kick this one away. This one's going to bounce into the end zone and will end as a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the gun, Goff. Throw complete to Williams. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
It's a game of 10.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down throw from Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. And this one does not go far. And here's the timeout with just 1 second left on the clock. So we're going to have one more play left in a game that's already decided. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So it's a win.